Right, okay. I'm going to begin. Right. I'm just looking at my Facebook. Great, okay. Right, fantastic. Let's get started then. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. Sorry for the slow start, but I think we are there. I just want to say a massive thank you to you guys for being here this week. It absolutely fills my heart with so much joy. I just cannot tell you. I am overwhelmed with the support, the love, the warmth, and everything in this group. Let me know in the comments how you found it. Please just let me know how you found it this week. Oh, I'm getting love hearts. I'm getting all sorts of things. That's lovely. Brilliant. Guys on Zoom, it might be difficult for me to see your comments until the end, so we can always leave those until the end. So, this session, I am going to be telling you about the 3 mistakes venues make when delivering show rounds. I'm going to be also letting you know about an exciting program that I've got coming up to help you supercharge not only your show rounds, but the whole sales process. And please stay until the end because I will be announcing the prize winners. And I have chosen everybody at random, apart from the community winner who Facebook chose for me. So, hey. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. Some of you know me, some of you don't really. So let me just tell you a little bit about me. I'm going to have a little sip of my fizz. What's everyone drinking? Tell me. Oh, okay, no problem, Becky. Yeah, that's fine. Jump on Facebook. I know exactly what you go through on a day-to-day basis because I set up a beautiful Victorian manor house back in 2010. So I went in at halfway through the renovation of the property. It's absolutely stunning. It was a 13-bedroom property and it had a £2 million renovation. So it was a huge project. It's just outside the Cotswolds and it overlooks the Severn River. It's absolutely stunning. It's exclusive use and it's not a wedding factory. It's 1 or 2 weddings a week, and it really is very special and has a very special place in my heart. I worked there for 8 years and brought the business in excess of £8 million worth of revenue in just 5 years. So that's a success story in my eyes. Did it with a fantastic team behind me. I was general manager there. And then I also did a lot of the sales and was one of the top salespeople. And I love the sales part and I love the customer service part, just like you as well. George says she's on both. Jane's got red wine and Becky's got bowl of fruit. Lovely, very healthy. I'm also a wedding planner. So I see things from both sides of the coin, which is always really helpful when I now consult wedding venues like yourselves. I now help venues like yours stand out and sell out in the bridal market. And I absolutely love what I do, helping people like you. So let's just start with the context and why we were doing this week. So show rounds. Show rounds are I would say, pretty much most important part of the sales process. Without a show round, you aren't really going to get a booking unless somebody randomly blindly books without looking. It's like buying a house. You're not going to buy a house without seeing it first. So it's super important. So I'm going to dive into the 3 mistakes that I have seen that venues make time and time again that can be avoided and turned around to get you a better conversion rate. Georgia's got Coke and a champagne flute. Lovely. No problem, Liza, that's fine. So, number 1, the first mistake is not finding out about the couple beforehand. Big mistake. So if you just have fields on your calendar, online calendar, if you've got one, which I would really recommend that you do, and you've just got name, telephone number, and rough date of wedding, you are missing a trick. If they really want to book a show round with you, they're already super keen and they want to talk about themselves. So on that form, you need to have things like, when did you get engaged? What's your favourite music? What hobbies do you enjoy? Is it a civil ceremony, or is it a church or religious wedding? Or are you looking at having a blessing or a celebrant? How many numbers? What sort of catering are you looking for? What kind of theme do you want your wedding to be? What colours are you using? Delve into the details. And the reason you do that is because you can then tailor that show round to them. And I would always follow it up with a phone call once you've got that summary back, but it's not always possible to do that because people are at work and they can't answer. So as long as you've got that form and you use some kind of reminder system that they've got the show round. Yes, we all very much dislike no-shows, but they do happen. You know, even the most robust systems that remind doesn't always work. There are some quite rude people out there that don't return calls, etc. So find out everything you need to know about those people and process that before you do a show round. You want to know, you want to feel like you're on first name terms with these people. You want to feel like, and pardon the cheesiness, but I used to call myself a wedding friend, and I still do when I work with my private planning clients. You want to be their friend in a way. You want to be able to advise and guide, and sometimes, and I'm sure you've all had this, you feel like you're having some sort of therapy session where they're talking about how, I don't know, the mother of the bride is getting involved and it's all getting too much, and you know, you have to pacify situations, and also you're there for them. They've never done this before, generally speaking. You know, you do have second, third marriages and that kind of thing, but a lot of the time people don't know how to plan a wedding. They haven't got a clue, and you're one of the first places they go to. So make sure you're the expert and also know them inside and out. Number 2 is not preparing or allowing couples to visualize. So one of the things that you should do for absolutely every show round, and I know it's not always possible because of logistics and time and all the rest of it, but I know venues that take up to an hour before viewings, an hour, to get everything ready, putting things out, dressing the tables and all the rest of it. I think that's a bit much, but I'd certainly say 20 minutes to half an hour before would be really, really useful. It means you can go and spot check all the areas. It means you can set some of the tables if you want to. What I would do is work with your preferred suppliers and get them to supply things like dummy cakes, like stationery, anything like that. They'll want to have their wares showcased at your venue. Flowers are different because they have a shelf life, but you can get some really great faux flowers or garlands or whatever you want, just for the purposes of the show round. It is just to create an effect. And then of course you need to do your candles and everything. I would always recommend putting a checklist together so you know exactly what you need to do beforehand and you don't miss anything out, because there is so much to remember. You know, putting the music on, candles, lighting the fire if the weather is cold, opening doors so you can get easy access out to places, turning on lamps in bedrooms, that kind of thing. If you're not prepared, they'll know, they'll feel that, and you also may well be flustered and not ready to kind of attack things like you really want to. So that's a big mistake, you know, when you're not prepared and you're literally 10 minutes before a viewing, or they arrive early, which is even worse, and you're still preparing, and it just gives them that first impression that maybe the wedding might be like that. So that's number 2. And number 3 is not giving the couple space to talk freely. Sounds a bit weird, but this is missed off way too much. And I think it's a sales strategy that actually you need to implement. So the time that I would suggest you do this is when you go and offer them a drink. So I think you should always offer them a drink. Even if you don't have the facilities, you don't have the kitchen, you don't have whatever, you could put so many excuses in the way. But you can buy little cans of whatever, soft drinks, you could buy cans of G&T, you could buy little bottles of Prosecco. It's all readily and easy to buy, you know, £2 for a drink. I mean, you know, if you're getting in a big wedding, thousands of pounds worth of revenue, then yeah, it's definitely something that you should do. So when you sit them down for the negotiation part, ask them if they'd like a drink and go and get them that drink, but give a bit of time. Give it about 10 minutes. Leave them with an iPad or a portfolio or a video to watch, something that they can really look at and visualize how their day is going to be and how their dream day is going to work. And then hopefully from that, they'll get even more questions. But it means that they can talk honestly about how they're feeling. So you'll go out of the room and they'll say, oh, what do you think? And they'll say, well, yeah, I really like it, but I'm not sure about this. Or they may bring up some objections, or they might just look at each other and go, we want this so much. Let's try and get a really good package. Hi, Alex, you made it. Well done. So yeah, they're my 3 tips. Now, do any of you do these already, or are they things that you could start implementing right now? Let me know in the comments if there's anything. Ooh. Let me know in the comments if you do. Oh, hi, Donna. Lovely to see you here. Guys in the Zoom, I can't get your comments right now because I'm on this full screen and I'm worried that I'm going to keep getting rid of it. So George says that she always finds a reason to leave them for just a few minutes. Yeah. And Becky says, I really need to have a think about the drinks aspect and what we can do. Liza says, I don't do any of them. We are new bugs. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do it. We had tables set up for the Christmas engagement season, but haven't put them out since, so we can get them back out again. Yeah. And don't think, oh, this is such a pain. It just takes forever. Have everything in a box ready to go every single time and just get it out. Because it could be what brings you that sale. Absolutely. Georgia says, we do these. Definitely leave them to chat part. I do a show round, take them to our reception room, get them a drink, and then leave them to chat while I calculate a package for them. And yes, I always say to couples, feel free to take a look around. I'll leave you for a few minutes to discuss. If you've got amazing grounds or beautiful bedrooms or whatever that you don't need to be there for, ask them to go and have a wander. It's really romantic. It just lets them exercise their mind and sort of make decisions. Helen says, yes, absolutely. We allow an hour to set up. Yeah, absolutely. Good. And you've got a really high conversion rate. So, and we do the wandering off to fetch something too. Yeah. Leaving them to speak alone is essential, in my opinion. Ruth says, we use Calendly to book the viewings and always ask a few questions on that so we can prepare for them. Yeah. And if you think now you can add even more in, then definitely. Jane says, I'm going to buy some drinks and take a while to get them. Good idea. I don't do this, but I will now. Deborah says, definitely getting better at 3, but don't ask about them too much beforehand, as I love chatting about that sort of thing whilst they're here. Fair enough. I will definitely be thinking about setting up our barn as a wedding. I will see if our suppliers can help. Yeah. We had 4 local stylists do different themes. Yeah, that's a great idea. Use your suppliers. We're a new venue, so hopefully we'll be creating our office welcome area soon. So all of these ideas are great. We give our couple space to chat when preparing drinks after the negotiations. I then go and collect brochure for them to take away and allow them to freely wander. We probably don't ask enough questions pre-viewing. I just wonder whether a massive form, you don't want to make it too long, but a few bits and pieces that maybe you could then follow up with a phone call. I could work on finding more information about them. Would you recommend talking to them about all these things in the show round or before? I do a slightly shorter list on the form, and then I would elaborate on them. For example, always ask them in person how they got engaged, where they got engaged, how it happened, you know, be really enthused about that part. I genuinely love hearing about people's engagements. Zoe says, we're just finishing off our new indoor ceremony area. We just bought some garlands to leave all the time for viewings. Don't pre-dress very much as we are a blank canvas, but perhaps I should do more. Yes, definitely. For blank canvas venues, I think people do struggle, although they love the idea of it being a blank canvas venue, and generally people are quite creative that are going for those venues. They still need some guidance. Yeah, fine, great. Okay, so that's the 3 things that I think are big mistakes that you can turn around and now do in your venues if you don't already. So just going back to the challenge, because I want to announce the winners soon, but I hope this challenge has made a big difference. Tell me in the comments what results you've seen, how you felt. Has it given you more confidence? Has it inspired you? Has it been nice to chat to other venues? Has it given you your mojo back? Tell me in the comments. I've got some love hearts going on here. Show rounds are very integral, as we know, and I really, really hope this week has made you supercharge your current offering. You've really achieved a lot in just 3 short days. Very, very incredible. Sue says, we have a first chat even if it's online before the visit, so we can break the ice, and we always welcome them to have a drink or snack. Yeah. Regarding the preparation, you're nervous because we try to get their idea of their dream. It's always challenging. Yeah. Helen says, totally got my mojo back. And Jane is looking at her venue with fresh eyes. George says, I have a fully booked viewing day on Saturday, and it's given me that boost to go the extra mile this week more than usual. And I want to hear how you do, guys, moving forward. This group is going to be open until Wednesday. So let's talk about how we're actually getting on. I want to hear the results. Laura says, great to hear new ideas on how to improve and be more confident. Amazing to know others are all feeling the same. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Good, good, good. Have really enjoyed the challenge. I usually avoid them as I don't have the time, but I made myself do it and now have a list of things to work through. So I've made you even more busy, but in a good way, hopefully. Been great to talk to other venues, Deborah says. Boot up the bum. And Donna says, I've got show rounds this Saturday and looking forward to doing them with renewed vigour. Yes, yes, yes. Brilliant. We'll do this all again. It's been so interesting to hear from other venues. Yeah, you've all done so well. It's not the only piece of the puzzle, because there's lots of other things that you need when you sell. Catherine says she's loved being part of the challenge, feeling very motivated. I have a full weekend of viewings. Oh my gosh, guys, you've got so much going on. It's actually made such a difference, Liza says. We have our tiny team and starting out so many wonderful ideas from the challenge and the group as well. Thank you for all your support. Such lovely venues on here. Fab, George. I have viewings tomorrow and all Sunday afternoon. Brilliant. Yeah, fab. So show rounds are just a small section of the sales process. It's a large one, yes, but there's much more to consider, like inquiries, communications, packages, pricing, upselling, goals, ideal client, mindset. And that's why, I'm just going to take a gulp of water. Doing too much chatting. And that's why I am absolutely thrilled and delighted to bring you tonight, drum roll please, exclusively to you guys, my 10-week group program, Bookings Mastery. So this was one of the prizes on offer, and a lucky person has won that, which I will tell you in just a bit. Oh no, Jane, I've also got this. Naturally, you know, you've got to. We're celebrating, aren't we? So, Bookings Mastery. 2020 has been rubbish, right? For everybody, absolutely everybody. It's been challenging for venue owners, it's been challenging for managers, coordinators, suppliers, all across the board. The wedding industry is not being heard right now, and it's so frustrating. So I wanted to do something to be able to support my audience, and I do give a lot of value. Those that have followed me for a long time know that I give almost weekly blog posts, videos. I've got a members club. I'm constantly trying to help people in the wedding venue landscape because I'm so passionate about it, and I know what a tough job you have anyway, regardless of a pandemic. Cheers, everybody, cheers. Donna says she can't wait to hear about this. Okay, well, here we go. I'm not going to keep you too long, and then I'm going to announce the challenge winners. There are some real threats, I'm sorry to say, right now, from the constant uncertainty of COVID-19 and all that entails, and we know all about that right now, through to the Law Commission looking at changing the law around where legal ceremonies can take place, which will inevitably have an impact on you. And by the way, a top tip, please do head to the Law Commission site and have your say. It is so important. It's going to affect the wedding industry as a whole. For lots of other suppliers, probably quite positively, but maybe venues, maybe not so much. So have your say before the law is out there and changed. Catherine's like, neither can I, I'm so excited, woohoo. Oh, and the fact that more and more wedding venues are joining this already oversaturated market. You can probably see, if you keep an eye on your competitors, you'll see that in your location, venues are popping up all over the place because people want to diversify. You know, they might own a country house and they want to diversify and actually open their doors to wedding couples. They might have a farm, working farm that they want to diversify and bring in another revenue stream. We've got many farm owners here in the group today. So there are some threats, which means you need to safeguard your venue. You need all the future bookings you can get to safeguard your business right now. You know that anyway. Wedding lead times are generally long, so you want to get those future years filled up now so you have the peace of mind that your business can survive and cash flow is healthy. So now is the time to implement those to-dos and learn, implement, change, develop, just like we've done in the last 3 days. So what is Bookings Mastery? I hear you cry. It is a 10-week live online group training program designed specifically for you guys, for wedding venues. And it takes you from the inquiry stage to sealing the deal with success. What's included? There are 8 live modules with 2 rest weeks because you need a rest. There's going to be a lot of information to take on board. Interaction just like this, like we've had in the Facebook group with like-minded venues, which is so invaluable. Downloadable documents to accompany. Facebook group for accountability, just like the one we've got right now, which is going to be archived on Wednesday. My eyes on your business. So my consultancy package is usually around the 3-month mark, where I help venues from, you know, who are maybe starting out or just need another help. I do 3 months of consultancy and I normally charge 6,000 for that. So you're going to get my eyes on your business. Your whole team can benefit and have access. So if you've got team members or if you're too busy and you want to send it on to someone that works with you, you can do that. You get expert sessions with the best in the business. And I'm going to talk to you about them in just a second. And you get lifetime access. So you can access this whenever you like, even when the program has finished. Totally agree, sadly, but we have to think on health and safety now as a priority, absolutely. How amazing would it be to win this, Georgia says, and Sue says, exciting. So does it sound good to you? Does that sound like a good concept? So let me tell you what we are going to cover just really quickly, and there's a lot. Week 1, we're going to go through mindset. Mindset right now is everything. This has been quite possibly the most stressful and challenging year for the wedding industry. And we're going to start as we mean to go on. And I've organised top wellbeing expert Helen Hopkins, AKA the balance coach, to get you back on track and loving the industry again, ready to sell. So this is what she does, mindset and everything. Jane says, yes. Mindset is everything. And we've seen this today when we've been talking about, you know, our day 3 challenges. Amazing. Oh yay, everyone's getting very excited about this. Sounds brilliant. Oh, thank you, Helen. So Ideal client and sales goal setting is week 2, because if you don't know your ideal client and you're not niched enough and you don't know who you're talking to, you're not going to get those inquiries coming in. So we're going to look at that and really strip down who it is looking at your business. And I'm not talking just Fred and Sarah from down the road. I'm talking these are people that shop in, I don't know, Harvey Nicks, and they have a Mercedes, and they have a collie, and they, you know, just all of those tiny little details. You're going to create your own client avatar. You're going to get that stuck up on your wall, and you will know exactly who you're talking to at any point. And then we're going to do your goal setting as well, because without goals, you won't know where to go. Week 3 is getting inquiries in that convert. So without strong inquiries coming through, there's little chance that you will sell. And we're going to dive deep into those inquiry sources and how to turn these into show rounds and ultimately bookings. Week 4 is developing a yes package with a price point that sells. Now, pricing is always a bit of a sticky area. People don't quite know how to price. Are they getting enough profit in? You know, pricing is an issue. And with this module, you're actually going to get a pricing calculator, something that you can literally plug and play numbers. And at the end, it's going to tell you the selling price, and it will tell you what profit, and more importantly, what profit you're going to make. And so, and it's something that I wouldn't recommend giving lots of negotiation and sort of deals, because that's not how I think you should work. You price yourself because you feel that that's what you're worth. I'm more about giving added value, but it's going to show you your profit. And if there are slight tweaks that can be made to the price, this pricing calculator is going to tell you what to do, which is really exciting. Week 5 is a rest week and Q&A. Week 6 is devising a killer show round that engages and enthralls without the sleaze. Because, you know, sometimes selling can be seen as sleazy, but it doesn't have to be. Honestly, it doesn't. So we'll take a look at your current show round process in detail and make it even better, giving you the chance to increase those bookings without the icky sales techniques. Week 7, get show round ready. Now, these are all the practical bits for pre-opening the doors for viewings and the day itself. So we're going to go really into that and look at all the things you need to do to improve. Week 8 is sealing the deal, how to effectively close the deal and increase your show round to booking conversion rate. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? We can do this. We can do this. Catherine says, oh, yes. Upselling and post-wedding, week 9. So how to and what to upsell on your packages, along with post-wedding selling to capture further bookings. So we'll be talking about the after effects as well. Some love hearts going on there. And then week 10 is a wrap party and a group call. So that is that. And the experts that you've got coming in are incredible. We've got Helen Hopkins, who is our mindset expert. She's going to be doing the whole of the first module on week 1, getting you ready, getting you prepared mentally after this challenging time. She's also going to do a bonus confidence session, because that's come up quite a lot, the confidence issues that some of you may have, or down days that you've got. Donna says, it sounds amazing. I did Olivia's program last year and it was incredible, so worth it. Oh, thanks, Donna, that's really kind. And Becky says, all sounds great, thank you. Then we've got Deep Bourgeois. She is the luxury weddings queen, and she's going to be coming in and doing selling to the luxury market class, which is one not to be missed. She is on fire, very, very good at what she does. She's also a celebrity wedding planner, which is rather exciting. And then we've got, oh, love Inga, she's ace. Yeah, Inga is great. She's done work for one of my other clients. Yeah, Inga, right, we've not even got to her yet, guys. This is exciting. So Inga is amazing. She's mostly an Instagram strategist, but she has a degree in psychology. So she's going to come in and do psychology of sales. So talking about all of those things that the client might be thinking. So we were talking earlier, weren't we, about couples that don't give a lot away. So that could be a really, really good one to watch. This sounds just what we need, Liza says. Brilliant. I'm so glad to hear it. I've tailored it completely to you, and I've listened to what you've done this week as well. So just imagine, think what you've achieved just in this week alone. Imagine what you could achieve if you work on your sales strategy for 10 weeks. Just think about it a second. It's really worth mentioning, though, that this program requires real action takers, people that put in the graft. Action equals results entirely. I'm just going to give you a quick case study. This is Glenham Hall in Suffolk, and this venue enjoyed my last group programme last year called the Engagements Key. It was very, very similar, but it focused a bit more on the engagement season. So they had 20% up on their open day attendance, which is brilliant, 20% up on their inquiries, which then translated to bookings, and 400% up on bookings directly from their open day, 400%. So from the open day alone, they generated 4 new bookings from that, with an average of £6,500 per booking. So that's £25,000 worth of revenue that they generated just from doing my course. So a huge return on investment. That course was £1,000. So yeah, it took an extra £24,000 on top of that. So that's that. Very exciting, says Jane. And Donna says, so brilliant to have someone else's eyes on your business. So what's the investment? I hear you cry, you know, everything costs money these days, right? And I've looked at all the content, and you're probably thinking the price is going to be thousands of pounds, thousands. If she charges 6,000 for 3 months, then it's got to be somewhere near there. And you're right, because when I added up the total value, I came up with the following. So there's 2 different packages to choose from. There's Bookings Mastery, which is the 10-week live program, the Facebook group, the downloads, and the 3 sessions with the experts. And I totted that up, and that would usually cost £4,500. But your price, only £795, best value, or 3 payments of £280, because I understand sometimes you might want to stagger those payments, and that would be once a month for 3 months. So £795 for all of that value. That's 1 wedding booking, less than 1 wedding deposit. I mean, Donna says it was a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer when she went for my program last year. So yeah. However, you can go for the Bookings Mastery Supercharge. So that's all of the things I've just said, plus tech sessions and how-tos in MailChimp automation. So talking about when people inquire on your website and then getting an automated response back, and setting that up, and also using Canva a little bit better to do your designs and things like that. Tech stuff people struggle with, and I think that's going to be a really great option. And also, you get a little bit more one-to-one time with me. So we get to do a show round role play session with actionable feedback. And that is when I come on Zoom, you do a show round for me, and I give you some feedback. And this is after we've done the course. And then a New Year 1-hour catch-up call. And the total value of that is 5,000, but for you it's 995, which is the best value, or 3 payments of 350. And there is also a fast action bonus. So those of you that sign up within the next 48 hours will receive 2 months free membership to the original Club for Venues, the Wedding Venue Members Club, which is my other little space of the internet that quite a few of you actually are in. And it's a really lovely place to be. And I do monthly trainings in there with experts, and you get lots of value for only £35 a month. So Georgia says, do you allow people to just buy the downloads? It's not something that I've thought of, but I can have a think about it and come back to you. And Donna says, love the role play idea. Yes, I love doing that. My theatrical background, I just love it. And that's worth £70. So that is a great opportunity as well. So who's going to join me on this journey to become your venue's booking master? This offer is only available for the next 5 days. So it's going to close at Tuesday at 9 o'clock. So get in quick. I will be emailing you over the coming days just with a bit more information, and I'll be popping some stuff in the group. We're going to have Helen Hopkins coming in on Saturday to talk us about the mindset things. And then maybe a few secret special things coming up as the week goes on. And I'm also offering discovery calls all weekend and into next week if you've got any questions about the program, because I understand, you know, it's an investment and you want to talk about it and see whether it's the right fit for you. So to find out more, you just need to head to bit.ly/bookingsmastery. Okay. So thank you so much for your patience. I hope that excites you, and please do let me know if you've got any questions at all. But I'm now going to talk to you about the prize winners. I'm going to grab my fizz. Now, we had a lot of people very excited about the prizes, and I do think that they are a good selection. So we are going to kick off with the masterclass participant. So I am going to just do a random scroll, and I'm going to stop, and whoever it stops on is going to get it, basically. Okay. Deborah Eyre, you have won the Martha Brooke stationery. So send me a message and I will get that out to you next week with your name on. How exciting. Who doesn't love a bit of stationery? And Liza says you're very tempted. Oh, exciting. Now we're going to talk about the community champion. Da, 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 da. And I think she's here. It's George. George, you have won the business box. You and Becky, between you, actually, and Carolyn, you three were literally top of the leaderboard the whole time. You have gone crazy, writing to people, doing all sorts of stuff, likes and shares, and it's really, really lovely to see that so many of you have inspired each other. So Deborah, yep, you've got the Martha Brooke stationery, and George, you've got the Community Champion Prize. So now it's the Fortnum and Mason hamper. So these were just chosen at random. This one goes to, drum roll please, and the basket in itself is beautiful. Liza Watson, you have won the Fortnum and Mason hamper. Becky's gutted. You were number 2, Becky. Oh, Fortnum and Mason hamper goes to Liza. So send me your details, Liza, send me your address, and I'll get that sent to you next week directly from Fortnum and Mason. Oh, lots of lovely messages. Well done, people. Oh, fantastic. Right, and the final one then, the biggie. And I can't wait to work with you. I'm not sure if they're here, actually, so we'll see. But Karen Brand, you have won the scholarship to Bookings Mastery, and I cannot wait to get started with you and the other lovely venues that are going to join in. Yeah, exciting stuff. So well done, Karen. And there we are. But you're all winners in my eyes. You really, really are. Congratulations to our winners, but you've all just done so well, so well this week. And I want to thank you again for taking part and getting to know each other and getting to know me. I've loved it, and I want us to continue to communicate after this is all over. It's been absolutely magic. So now I'm going to open up the floor for questions. And I've got lots of things to read here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Great. Everyone's got their mojo back. Well done to all the winners. Amazing. If anyone's got any questions, do let me know. Guys that are in the Zoom, if you've got a question, just jump on and chat to me. In Facebook, just type if you've got any questions about anything I've discussed. Deborah says, thanks for a great few days, both to you, Olivia, and for all the guys for their support and help. Yeah. Well deserved, everybody. Oh, this is so exciting. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, hi, Hattie. Nice to see you. You can catch everything on replay after if you like. If anyone's got any questions, just let me know. But if you haven't, that's absolutely fine. And I'll be in the Facebook group anyway for you. So if you've got any questions, just let me know. What is the window of time for venue advertising for show rounds?